What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Engineers That Filters podcast, episode 169. Nice. I'm your host, Jacob Thompson, and tonight I am drinking the same thing I was drinking last episode, this Bad Elmer's Porter. It's fine. And just goes to show I've not been drinking lately, because I still got one left, baby.
I'm Joseph, and I've got more Oberon, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Gabe. I don't have any beer in my house, so I have vodka soda, but I'm pretty sure the soda's flat as hell. So.
It looks very flat.
Yeah, there was like no little bubbles when I poured it in.
So it's diluted vodka.
Yeah, it's diluted
cloudy.
vodka.
Is it soda or is it LaCroix?
It's club soda.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a Joseph joint, is what I'm hearing.
Club soda's the same thing. It's just not flavored.
Fair enough.
I drank all my bubblies, so I need to do that.
Gotcha.
I'm Dayton. I'm drinking Perrin Call Me Hazy Citrus
Oh,
IPA.
You're doing that last episode too, I think.
No. I was drinking it during the game stream.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. You played some golf with friends.
Yep. Some chaos.
Gabe, you missed out. We tried out. They added a basketball mode. That is absolute
Trash.
dog shit.
Yep, terrible.
It should not be played.
I
They
like
tried
the
their new-
hockey one.
The hockey,
That
I
one-
played hockey and that was fun.
Yep.
That one's super glitchy though. Like a lot of the times, the goalie will only move for the host, and then the others it'll still move, but the client won't be able to see it, so they just have to like get lucky. It's super funny.
Oh, we didn't
Should've
have that
used-
issue.
Yeah,
I should've used
no.
that excuse when it kept.
Yeah,
cock-blocking.
Jacob was not having a good time with the goalie.
You got it out for me, man. You got my number.
Yeah, you really did.
But anyway, welcome back to the show, everyone. This is the podcast where every week the four of us get together and talk about some random bullshit. If you like it, we post every other Monday. We also stream on Thursday nights. We either streaming our episode, recording it live, or on the off weeks we're playing some games, as we just mentioned. So check us out there. It's twitch.tv/ewf_podcast. Stay tuned in there. You can also follow us on social media, and our description below has the links. But yeah, let's do a little quick update. How you guys been doing the last couple of weeks? We got warm weather finally. How we feeling? You guys biking all over town?
Yes, sir. I've been I biked
yeah.
in every day so far this week. Probably biking
Goddamn.
tomorrow as well. I've been biking actually more than I've been running recently.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yep.
Gabe, how you doing?
Good. I missed the game stream because I was catching a little bit of snow before it all melted across the
Oh,
country.
yeah.
Went to Colorado, so got to get some snowboarding in with some soccer friends and met some new people. It was very, very fun. Completely detached myself from reality for a few days. So Monday was super rough.
Yeah.
Honestly, today's still rough. Like I got to the
One
point
day
where
left.
the only thing I cared about was like getting down a hill and like checking maps. It was great. And,
Yeah.
and drinking and eating. That was my base desires. But yeah, I had super fun, and at least I got to come back to some nice weather. So
Yeah.
like Dayton, been biking into work, biking to the gym, biking pretty much anywhere. And then got to do a couple longer rides Monday and Tuesday, and yeah, just feels good that it's spring. It might have skipped spring. We might be in summer this week. Honestly.
Yeah,
It's been,
it feels like
80 for
that.
the last last couple of days. It's
I'll take it.
brutal. But
No.
it's a little too warm, but it's still been nice.
Joseph, you're not having the heat?
No, it's too hot too quickly. We've had 2 80+ degree days in April. What the fuck?
Yeah,
This is
I didn't realize it was
bullshit.
80 degrees. I mean, it's been 70 here, but 80's a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Monday was the first day it was 70 in the year, but it was also the first day that it was like 80. It was
Yeah.
crazy like that. It's
It
just
My
weird.
car said 88 when I left today. Granted, it's a black car sitting in the sun.
Uh-huh.
yesterday it was 80. My car said 84. So it's been warm.
Damn.
We don't have air conditioning. It's great. But yeah, I biked into work one day, and it's about 12 miles if I go there's a short route and an easier route. And the short route goes through North Minneapolis, which doesn't have a lot of bike routes and not as good roads. So I
did
went
that
through
Tuesday. There's a lot of broken glass on those roads.
yeah, and it's like I don't want to ride like in like the gutter, So I found a different route, which takes me through the Midtown Greenway, which is it's an old rail line, but it's it's like a half story underneath the surface. It's still like open air, but like there's no cars or anything. It's completely separated. It's really nice. So I did that. It's like an hour ride for me. I'm hoping I can cut it down to like 45 minutes as I get in shape and don't have to check directions on my phone, pulling it out of my pocket while I'm riding.
Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous, man. Don't text and bike.
I'm not texting it. All I have to do is unlock it and it'll show it, or like just hit the lock button and it'll display or at least show me the next direction. So it's not too bad. But I'm hoping I can cut it down a little bit. I only rode in once because yesterday was inventory day at work, and they were supposed to send 20 people to count our inventory, and they sent 5. So
yikes.
Last year when we did it, we started at like 6 a.m. and then we opened at like 10:30, and we were done by like 10:15ish. They did not finish until like 7 o'clock, like p.m. They were doing it all day, and I was like, yeah, I was on the closing shift, so I came in and worked normal hours, and I strolled in at 10 o'clock, and I was like, hey guys, how's it going? And they all shoot daggers at me like, it is hell. So yeah, my manager was there from 5 to 8.
Fucking hell, dude.
So he was really excited.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Trying to think anything else super exciting. I actually today converted my bike to tubeless.
Oh.
I'm without tubes now. I got new tires for it. And yeah, got some tan walls, rocking the tan walls now.
Beauty.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited to give those a try, and hopefully they don't pop off the rims anytime soon. I'm a little nervous because it's like I set it up today, but the trails are still like closed from runoff and stuff, so it's going to be hard to riding it after you set it up is kind of the best way to get them to seal well. And so hopefully it works out. I'll probably just ride around the road a little, or like around my neighborhood a little bit to keep it fresh. But yeah,
how have you guys been enjoying the clipless pedals? Because I know we've all started doing that.
I love it.
I've definitely been liking them, Gabe. Been going out multiple times a day.
Glad to hear it.
I just started riding them outside, and like every time I come up to a stop sign, I have to remind myself, like, I'm clipped in, I'm clipped in, I'm clipped in, so that I can pop out without eating shit. But
yeah, I don't know. I can see why people like them. I can see why people don't.
Yeah.
I'll keep on using them. Yes, for now. Until I have a reason
the
not
most
to.
Like political answer I've ever heard. He's just like, I refuse to make a statement on this.
Nobody's gonna
really
cancel me
nice.
based on clipless pedals, man.
Yeah.
I will say
we have a few people who only listen for our clipless standing and
Yeah, clipless commentary.
Yeah.
I will say when I'm like starting to get tired near the end of my ride, it's a lot easier to just I can pick up with my other foot and kind of like sustain it a little longer, especially on climbs and stuff. So I don't.
I feel like for long
burn
rides it
out.
makes a lot of sense, but short commutes and you're stopping a lot, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Clipping out a lot.
That's why you just
not
run
wear
the red
shoes,
lights.
then?
What?
Oh
Also
yeah,
true.
that's good.
What did you say, Jacob?
Well, couldn't you just not wear shoes with clips on them if you don't want to have it be clipped in for like a commute to work?
Depends on the pedal.
Yeah,
So, like,
some
my-
pedals,
I can't.
My pedals, I have both. I have flats on one side and then clipless on the other
same.
Okay.
because I commute on it.
Okay, so yeah, you could just do that. I got you.
But you can get some that are just the clip, and the clip is like that big.
Mm.
So there's not much for you to like really
Pedal on.
Yeah,
pedal
okay.
on if you're not using the clips.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I have the egg beater ones. Little tiny guys.
Fancy. Well, all of you guys have been biking around town. I've been cooped up in my apartment.
Ride your
Uh,
bike.
I mean, I probably should. I probably should get out there. I feel like Well, okay. So I was sick last couple weeks. I mentioned on the podcast last episode, and I did not get better quickly after that. I had a whole thing where I had to go to urgent care and get an IV,
Oh shit.
and it was a whole thing. I'm better now. And like this week was me finally getting back in my routine of like going back to work normal hours and then trying to do like editing and streaming and stuff in my off time. So streaming again on my personal channel, which is fun. I'm playing through Like a Dragon Ishin, which is the most recent Yakuza game. Had a fun time with that the other night, and then I just posted a clip of it on TikTok a couple hours ago that I edited the past couple days, which took a little bit longer than I wanted to. I'm still like learning my skills, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. And it already got like 700 views on TikTok and 500 on YouTube, and I'm like, I'll take it. I'll
Damn.
take it. So I was feeling good about that. But yeah, I'm excited to kind of get back into what I want to do and get a groove going. But there's just not enough hours in the day because like get up, go to work, come home, eat, and then try to work on stuff for a few hours, and then either recording a podcast or I'm streaming or I'm visiting a friend and all that stuff. So still trying to figure out how to manage my time well and go to bed on time. But yeah, I've been feeling good, and yeah, hopefully I can get back into running and at biking hopefully too. But I got some new running shoes recently, so I've been whipping those out. I got some is it Mizuno, right?
Yeah.
Brain fart. Yeah, Mizuno's. And I got them with a little extra, or I guess less or more heel drop, so I'm pushing forward a little bit more, which has been fun. So yeah, trying to find balance in my life, but it's a lot to juggle right now. So, but yeah, anything else you guys want to mention? Date? Anything else you wanted to talk about from your week?
Oh, I got the game called Dredge.
Oh yeah, how have you been liking that so far?
So I beat the story last night, but I haven't like done everything that I want to yet. Game is really fun. It's pretty short though.
For the audience members that don't know what the game is, because all four of us know and are familiar with this game, could you describe it a little bit?
It's a, I don't know if I would classify it as like an indie game, but it's
an indie game.
It's like a Lovecraftian horror like fishing game. And I won't spoil anything, but like the fishing mechanics are really fun. And just like there's a lot of fish to catch. Gives you the dopamine rush of checking off the boxes and catching new stuff and
Is
and
that
everything.
vegan?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
The fish were asking for it.
Okay. It's consensual.
Yeah.
This is just another version of Pokemon I'm realizing for Dayton.
Well, you get to upgrade your boat too, and
Mhm.
you get special abilities and everything. It's a very fun game. I would highly
You get to
recommend.
battle other fishes with the ones you catch.
I wish.
Throw them out there.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's been getting a lot of buzz recently, and I definitely want to play it. I just haven't had the time, and I might wait for it to go on sale at some point. But it looks really cool.
Yeah, I got the physical version, because I mean it was more expensive than the digital, but I don't know. The longer that I've owned a Switch, the more that I'm like in the physical camp, 90% of the time.
Yeah, it's a very quick tangent. This could be a whole podcast topic, I'm sure. But Dayton, you were texting me about it and how you were saying how nice it is to kind of play a game like that on your Switch and be able to like lay down in your beanbag and just like play it and chill. And I realized I'm like, oh yeah, Dayton didn't grow up with like a console. Like you've been like a PC boy
Yeah, I mean,
pretty much your whole life.
I had a PS2 in middle school, but really all that I played on that was like Need for Speed and Guitar Hero.
Yeah. So
Oh,
it's just funny, and
college.
Yeah.
I remember
The
for
essentials.
Joseph and Gabe, you guys too didn't have a lot of console gaming growing up, if I remember right.
I had a
I had a
PS2 and a
GameCube
PS3.
and a Wii
Okay.
and a PS3.
Okay, so Gabe's a gamer over there, but we're all pretty much all PC gamers now. And it was just funny to be like, "Oh yeah, it's so nice to like play a game while laying down." I'm like, "Yeah, I've been doing that since day one."
I had a Game Boy growing up. That's probably what I put most of my hours in.
Yeah, I had a Game Boy and a DS, but
That's true.
I only played Pokemon on those. Nothing's changed in my life since elementary school.
My DS was a Pokemon machine, or it was. For sure.
Yeah, no, and I think it just speaks to how popular the Steam Deck has gotten. People being able to play their, well, especially indie games are really good for it, but play their
Yeah.
Steam games while laying down on the couch and stuff and on the go. But
Oh,
anyway.
and I think I also, I don't know if I this maybe it was 2 weekends ago. I finally played Inside.
Great game.
I have Inside and Limbo on PC, but I played Limbo for like an hour or something on PC, and I don't know, it's just not a game that like I want to like sit at my computer and like play. Like it doesn't require much. It's literally just like a handful of buttons.
Mhm.
It's not intensive, and it's like perfect for just chilling on the couch with.
For
Definitely.
sure.
Yeah, indie games are there. There was like a saying when the Switch first came out, that like every time a new game would be like announced that looked like that, it's like put it on Switch. Like just put every game on Switch because we all just want to play all of our games laying down. And now we kind of get that with Steam Deck. So, but anyway, let's get into this week's topic. Dayton, go for it.
Yes. All right. So this is a multifaceted topic, and it is gas stations. I promise it gets better.
We're gonna talk about the
viewers
dynamics of a
drop
gas
from
station.
3 to 0 right now.
No, so I first want to open up the floor, and I want to talk about what we look for in gas stations and like what makes a good gas station for us. And Gabe is over here just dying of laughter. But when I say gas station, I mean like the attached store mostly. Like, I don't care about the gas pumps, you know. Who the fuck cares what kind of gas they got?
Well, I don't think that should be completely out of the conversation.
I mostly
Okay.
go for cheap gas when I'm stopping at a gas station.
What
So-
about like I'm talking? All right, so let me frame how this came up, okay?
Yeah.
I was driving down, like in I don't know, this was in like late January, right? I was doing a lot of driving. I was upstate, I was downstate, I was across state, I was in Chicago, I was back over on the other side of the state. I was driving a lot, all right? I had to get a lot of snacks, I had to buy a lot of energy drinks, okay? And I came to realize that like I'm very picky about my gas stations. Like I don't sure like gas price is one thing, but like if I'm going to get snacks, which I'm gonna get snacks. I'm very picky about it, and I have some views that on particularly the convenience side, the convenience store side, that I don't know. I'm just curious if you guys have views on the convenience side of the gas station.
So Dayton, I have some resources pulled up here, and I'm curious if you want me to go through these now or later.
Okay.
I have the 10 largest gas stations in the U.S. just by pure numbers. Like, what are the top 10? I have America's favorite gas stations ranked.
Interesting. Okay.
And I have the best U.S. gas stations from 2022 as ranked by USA Today.
Okay.
So those are some different lists here.
Those are very good
go through those
resources,
same points.
honestly.
Yeah. But before we get into that, I'll just to answer your question. I'm similar to Joseph, where like I'm just kind of going for the cheap stuff, you know. And like when I'm on a road trip, it's like when do I have to pee, and then or when do I need gas really bad, and then I just kind of stop at the next exit. But I will say, you know, when I have a couple options, because usually you know you pull over on a highway, there's like 3 gas stations.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, I go for what I think the nicest one will be. I do like having the nice convenience store.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm rarely buying a lot, you know. I'm not buying a lot of drinks or snacks or whatever, but if I could use bathroom, I want to be a nice bathroom, you know. I want to maybe get enticed by a Hostess donut possibly, but I might not actually buy it. So I don't know. I when I think of like the pinnacle of convenience, it's Quick Trip. Quick Trip is the absolute goat. They're not everywhere in the U.S., but they're in like Minnesota and Wisconsin and Midwest stuff. Um, and I'll go to Quick Trip every single time if there is one. But beyond that, I don't really care too much, I guess.
Yeah. Interesting.
Joseph? Or Gabe, get in here.
I was just gonna say, like, the first thing that happens to me when I go off to an exit, I'm like, which one means I don't have to take a fuck ton of left-hand turns?
Oh,
that's
good. Yeah.
That's the primary
fair.
factor for me.
Or Gabe, how close is it to the restaurant you want to eat at for lunch?
Yeah.
Like, is it like right next door?
Yeah. For me, the location is very important, but I also don't really get a ton of snacks unless I'm like doing a road trip. Like if I'm just like going about my day and just like filling up, I'm not gonna go and get snacks. So I have to like recall my last road trip. I guess it would be like when we went to the UP.
Mm-hmm.
We mostly just went to the gas stations when Cooper had to pee.
It was way more frequent than I would have thought.
Dude, like 4 times on the way back. It was insane. Yeah, I mean, Quick Trip does come to mind for sure for like the actual like snacks, but I like Holiday a lot just because the car dealership I bought my car from, I get a discount on gas and car washes for like 4 years or something. It's a pretty good deal. So I'm sure they're still making plenty of money off of me because they gave me that, but that's usually a go-to. And then I still have a soft spot for Speedway just because in high school, Speedy Freezes were like the coolest thing. When I first got my driver's license, it's like I can get gas and a Speedy Freeze. So
is
like
Holiday Midwest only?
I think it's UP only, honestly.
No, it's in Minnesota.
No, there's plenty in.
There's
is it?
Holidays here.
Because
I don't think there's very many in Lower Michigan.
I don't think there's
Southwest
any.
Michigan.
I don't think there's any in Lower Michigan. I think the first one that you see is St. Ignace.
I always assumed they were a national chain because I grew up around it, but I'm guessing I'm realizing now I'm like maybe it isn't. Because that's a good call. Yeah, because I also have a soft spot for Holiday. I remember like my drive up to the UP from Minnesota. There's like a Holiday I always stop at, every single time, and a Holiday's super great. Like honestly, and we were on our carnival trip. Me and Max got some frozen pizzas from Holiday. We walked down there and got some. Like you can just get like the little
Old
things
trusty.
you need. Exactly. So Holiday's really solid.
I do like Holiday a lot, and they have good car washes, which they got the 0 touches. They're very nice.
Nice. Joseph?
I'm trying. Here's the thing: when I'm getting snacks at a gas station, I'm getting Chex Mix, and Arnold Palmer, and maybe a Red Bull. And
Red Bull.
Well, and 5 Hour Energy, Joseph, if you don't have it.
And 5 Hour Energy. Usually that's like the first stop, so sometimes I stock up on those ahead of time. But yeah, so maybe a Red Bull, 5 Hour Energy. I'm getting back. I'm liking Celsius again, I think. Which Rain has, I think they're called Rain Storm or something. But it's the same size and caffeine count as Celsius.
Oh, interesting.
I bought a couple the other day. I haven't tried them yet.
I haven't seen those yet.
But anyway, so I'm not too picky. I'm not like shopping around, trying to see what all they have to offer. I do appreciate that Quick Trip has like carrots and hummus and like fresh food-ish. Like if you can get an apple or like, banana, you can get like sandwiches and stuff. Like that's pretty nice. Better than a hot dog that's been rolling on the under the heat lamp for hours. And if I'm driving with Alyssa, we cannot stop anywhere other than Quick Trip because she's Minnesotan and loves it for some reason. I don't know. It's fine. They're fine.
Fine.
Okay.
They're like so over the top. Like their stores are incredible.
Yeah,
it's like
and
a whole
all
ass
I'm
grocery
getting is
store in there.
Chex Mix and an Arnold Palmer. Why do I care?
Look, it's nice to have options.
But my biggest gripe with Quick Trip is now that I drive a car that takes premium gas, not all Quick Trips have 91 octane fuel. and that is really fucking annoying. We were driving one time, and we went to one, and it just straight up didn't have it. And I looked on the map, and there was another Quick Trip like a quarter mile around the block or around the corner or whatever, and they had it. So I had to fucking go to another gas station because they didn't have, I don't know, premium fuel that's not that uncommon, especially for foreign cars. I know Cooper's car takes premium, or it did.
That's what it's like. I would love to see the percentage breakdown of like the amount of customers that get each level of gas. I would assume it's like 90% get the lowest.
Really, it's only if you have like a turbo that you need the 91.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's gotta
a
be
lot of
most-
higher ends, like more sporty cars
Mhm.
usually need higher octane.
Yeah, BMWs, Audis, Volvo, a lot of VWs I know do.
GTIs, I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, and like because that, like it doesn't surprise me that some wouldn't have it, just because like it might not be worth it, cost benefit wise.
But you could like see the other Quick Trip. It was two Quick Trips. There's just one.
Well, maybe
one that
that's
was
why they're
close
like, we
to
don't
the-
need both to have premium. They'll
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, they got it
those
covered.
those premium gas fuckers can go drive an extra quarter mile with their extra performance, you know.
Yeah, but I've been to others that don't have it too, and I've only noticed it at Quick Trips that don't have it. Pretty much every Shell, Speedway, Holiday I've stopped at has not been a problem.
You just remind me, Joseph. I do want to call it, and I wish I could remember. I don't want to say the wrong gas station. I want to throw shade at someone if I'm not 100% positive. But like whenever I'm at a gas station and I pump up, and it's just so slow. Like the pump, it just takes forever. It just drives me crazy. I'm like, come on, like let's get some more water pressure in there or whatever, because good lord.
Water pressure.
I think you want
I want
water.
water. Just get some pressure in the pump, because Jesus Christ,
You know,
it's
I
taken like
was
3 years.
This
Go
might
on.
be complete misinformation, but I heard, all right, completely unfounded source.
It's like on
That-
TikTok or
Massive grain
something.
of salt.
that the reason that a lot of the pumps pump slowly is because they have clogged filters and they don't change them. So it's
I mean, maybe that could
ag-
be your reason. I
again,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
Again,
enough.
unfounded. I'm not trying to pass this off as truth. I'm just putting it out there and
Sounds like
saying
fun.
that it's there.
Yeah.
It's a theory.
You know what I can't stand is the new gas stations that give me 30-second ads or news. when I'm
Oh
filling up.
my god.
And there's no mute button,
Sometimes, yeah, there's
or
no
the mute
mute.
button is so jammed in that
Yeah.
it doesn't press.
Dude, the last time I was at one, okay, so I don't have to drive my car as much because I either bus or bike lately. I haven't filled up my gas in a month.
Holy shit.
But the last time I went was in Duluth, and they had all of them had TVs, and they were all in like the same circuit, but they were all broken at the same like part in the video. So it would like get like a quarter of the way through the ad, and then all the gas stations would like freak out, like all the pumps would like freak out, and then it would like go back to the same ad and like keep like going to the first like 2 seconds. It was like a post-apocalyptic scene. It was the most fucking obnoxious thing. But even when they do work, it's just like I don't fucking care what the news, because it's always like fucking
It's like
garbage.
entertainment news. Yeah. It's just like
Yeah.
whatever.
They're like, this celebrity looked like shit at the Emmys. Look at her. Or like I don't know, some dumb like word of the day, and then it just immediately goes into like gas station ads, like,
Yeah.
you can get 2 shitty hot dogs for $2 or whatever. Can't
Yeah,
stand it.
there's a Speedway that I go to around here that has that, and like there's one time I remember where I started filling up, and the guy filling up on the other side of the pump was like right behind me. So like the B-roll started playing, and then it started playing like a second later, and it could like just slightly off, and it was like, gee, god fucking damn,
They're,
this is so
they're
annoying.
so loud too.
They're
I
so
don't
loud.
know who decided what an appropriate volume was, but they're like, they need to hear it from inside the car. we want their passengers to hear this.
Dude,
Otherwise,
those ads
it's
have
just
the
wasted advertisement, you know.
those ads have the same energy as like whenever you go to like, it's not often, but you go to like a bathroom and there's like the ads that you look at while you're peeing in a urinal. It's just like whatever second of idle time you have, we're gonna fill it with an ad.
We're gonna
you
put
know?
an ad in there. Dude, can you imagine your life being like, oh, I'm the gas station TV news anchor? Like, that's a person's job.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen Maria Menounos on there when she does the movie theater
Yeah,
pre-roll.
yeah.
Also, she's everywhere, man. She's getting the ads in. Dayton, let me give you the top 10 gas stations in the country by just sheer number, and let's just get some hot takes on what you think of these. Okay,
They might not be hot takes. They might be cold takes. We'll see.
Do you guys have a guess what the number one gas station in the U.S. is?
I think the number one in the U.S.
It's
Wait. By numbers though.
By numbers, pure numbers.
Yeah, dude. It's gonna be it's gonna be some like shit tier one that's like Shell or like BP or something like that.
We're talking like amount of stations now.
Number of locations. Number of locations.
Probably a Shell.
Number one is in fact Shell with 12,435 locations.
Yeah, dude. Those are like shitters. I never stop at Shell. I don't care if they have like the fucking turbo gas or whatever the fuck they call it. Dude, convenience store side sucks. Always sucks.
There's a Shell at the exit next to my parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I always get to get gas. Never go inside because it's trash.
Dude.
But it's really convenient to get gas there.
Dude, they always have the shittiest stores.
It's awful.
There's one like a block away from or 2 blocks away from my apartment, and I never go there because I walked there one time to try to get something from the store, and it was like a ghost town. Like no one was working. No, like the door was open, the shelves were bare. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in here? It was like so sketchy. Yeah, I'm not.
Looks like it's been run through by ransackers.
Yeah, exactly.
Joseph, I went to your gas station, that Shell, like on the way home, from Minnesota to home for Christmas. And I stopped in there to get some snacks. And I met the weirdest fucking people.
Yeah.
Like, the guy, I like got like the 2 things they had, and I checked it, and he was like, "Can I use my rewards card for this?" And like the employee, and I was like, "What?" And he's like, I thought he was asking me if I wanted to sign up, and he's like, "Can I use my reward points for your thing?" I don't fucking care. Like
it's your life, man.
Yeah. So like he's like, oh, okay. He like scans it. And then there was like an obnoxious group of teenagers behind me, and I could have swore I heard him say to the other employee, he's gonna get jumped when I left the gas station.
Oh my god.
I've never gotten jumped there. There used to be a really nice, a really cool coffee shop. You can still see I think the building's still there, called Ma's Coffee Pot. It was a good trucker spot. Meet some interesting people there, but
No, that was the
it's
weirdest
closed
gas
now.
station visit I've had in a long time. Was your home gas station?
Yeah, it's convenient for gas because it's right off the freeways, right by my house. So I use
That's
it
the
all the
one
time.
we tried to go to, Joseph, but
No.
the power was out when we got into town.
No, it might have been. I don't know.
Anyway, that's a story for another time. All right, number 2 with 11,970 locations is Exxon Mobil.
Oh.
Fucking, I don't care. They're bland,
I don't like Exxons.
white bread,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
They had an oil spill.
Who
a couple years
hasn't?
ago, pretty.
Yeah.
I don't remember Shell having one, so that's probably why they're number 1.
That's
Wait,
the
didn't-
one that was in the Gulf, wasn't it?
That was BP.
That was BP.
Okay, well they're all shitholes, so
Yeah, but that's
they're
why
all
they're number
oil
1.
tycoon
Is
companies.
because
yeah, like
they haven't had an oil spill.
I highly doubt that they
A
haven't
ma-
had an oil spill. I think they probably
a
paid off
major-
the media to not cover the oil spills.
They have a no-fly zone over their oil rig. Their
Yeah.
oil rigs.
No looking. Number 3 at 7,000 is Chevron. Again, I just don't care
Dude,
about
I
them at
do.
all.
I don't think I've ever stopped in a Chevron, and I don't think I ever will.
Yeah,
Gotta
there's
be
nothing
West Coast or something.
unique about them.
No, there's.
They're
in
around.
Michigan. Yeah,
I haven't
they're
seen
just-
one.
I know there's one in South Haven. I never stopped
They
there.
kind of just blend into the background of society. Like you just don't
I mean,
really
don't
see
all
them
gas
when you look
stations though? I feel like
at them.
that's most
Not
gas-
Casey's, which we'll talk about.
Not the good ones.
Okay, next one is BP, and I will say, like, to this day, that oil spill was such a thing, and like the whole South Park meme, and everything, like I still feel weird going to BP's, and I also just hate their color scheme. I think it's
The
just really
green.
gross.
Green.
Green
Yeah,
and white.
I don't know why. It doesn't feel like gas. It feels like trying to be like, oh, we're clean, and I'm like, no, you're not. You're fucking gas, and you spilled oil everywhere. Get the fuck out of here. I don't like
It's such a weird vendetta.
Yeah.
When I was in school, like the whole South Park, I'm sorry, like that whole like meme and shit was like everywhere. in response to the BP spill. So it was just, I don't know. It just
I
baked
wonder
into
how
my
many
brain.
people are like you who like refuse to go to this gas station because of South Park.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a whole thing.
I think though there was an Exxon Mobil spill 10 years before the BP spill, and I think that one was bigger.
That was the
Oh, really?
Valdez, and I think the BP one was
Exxon
bigger.
Valdez.
We
Was
must
it?
have been little kids at that point, right?
Yeah.
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 I wonder, like how much of that is just because of how old we were and like hearing the news and like impressionability.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Exactly. Number 5 is sit go. Again, neutral, don't care.
Mid.
Whatever.
I have a feeling all the top 10, because they're the most common.
Yeah.
They don't have a draw, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Their draw is that they're everywhere. They
And
don't
they're
need anything
convenient.
else.
It's like McDonald's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Speedway, which I will say I do have kind of soft spot for Speedway. I like
Speedway's that's the best one we've hit since we talked this list.
Except for the one on Broadway. That one sucks.
Yeah.
That one's a little sketchy.
Number 7 is Phillips 66.
I've only been to a handful of those. Those are
Yeah,
weird
I've
ones.
only seen a handful. I think those are more in the south, possibly, or in the west.
Couldn't tell you.
Number 8, I've never seen before. 76, with 2,000 locations. Never heard of it. Number 9 is Conoco. Maybe seen a couple of those in my day.
Couldn't tell you.
And then number 10 is Murphy, USA.
What the hell's
Never heard of
Murphy,
it.
Oh, I've
USA?
heard of Murphy, USA.
seen
I
those.
think, shit. What? I think Freedom was bought by Murphy, USA.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was.
If they
okay.
were bought by if Freedom was bought by Murphy, then I don't know how I feel about them. They kind of defiled the Freedom name, but they also are letting them live on.
Okay, let me switch lists here. Now I'm on Dig.
Dude, this just
And-
reminded me of the gas station called Handy Stop.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there's a
There's one in
handy.
Minneapolis.
Yeah,
by
it's like
Joseph.
down the road from me. It's honestly a pretty good gas station. No, Murphy, USA is the Walmart. The one at Walmart Houghton.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay,
Yeah, it
so
has
now,
the same colors. That's why I was thinking of it.
now we're on Dig. This is America's favorite gas stations ranked.
Gotta be
Looks like
Buc-ee's.
They
or Casey's.
surveyed about 1,000 Americans.
I
Not a
think
great sample
I
size.
think Wawa is the number one on the list.
Number 1, I think, is cheating. It's Costco.
Oh.
And it's like,
Oh.
yeah, but like everyone loves Costco. I feel like you're kind of cheating by using the Costco gas station, but I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Love's.
Oh, that's a truck stop.
Yeah, which like I feel like that's kind of cheating also. I mean, I've never seen a bad Love's, but like
Who did they interview? Did they interview truckers or like what state
Okay.
were they in? I need to know like the
I'll give you the
size.
paragraph here. Payless Power surveyed 1,011 Americans about their gas station preferences, asking them about brand loyalty and how much they usually spend when filling up the tank. 10% of the respondents were baby boomers, 22% were Gen X, 43% were millennials, and 25% were Gen Z. Just over half were men. So,
But we don't know where they're from.
Or their
no, they just said
occupation.
Americans.
Yeah.
And also 1,000 is not a great sample size. But anyway, number 3 is Shell, which is a little bit suspect. I feel like it's just the McDonald's effect
Yeah.
that they're everywhere. You know.
Who in their fucking right mind is like, what's my favorite gas station? Oh yeah, let's go to Shell. No, dude, they got the fucking dingy ass asbestos tiles on the ground. The fucking the displays that are too close together. You kind of feel awkward even just walking one person by, but there's always some random person trying to get a fucking Snickers bar right in front of you. You gotta waddle past them. Dude, fuck Shell.
See, Dayton, I think there's been a miscommunication, and I'm slowly starting to realize it. When people say gas stations, people usually think of where you fill up your gas.
I disagree. I'm with Dane. I think of the store.
But
I don't. I think of the gas.
I think of the gas station, not the convenience store.
You
And
see
I
that
think a lot of these
that's
lists
honestly a
keep-
convenient segue, but I'm gonna let Jacob keep on talking here.
Yeah,
No, I'm
I'll
not
get through
trying
this
to-
list and then we'll. Yeah.
But that's why Shell is so high ranked, is not because it's a good convenience store. Otherwise, 7-Eleven would be near the top 2.
7-Eleven's number 4.
There you
Which I've not seen a 7-Eleven in forever. Didn't they like go out of business or something? Or
No,
like,
dude, 7-Eleven, they just bought Speedway.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
They're still
okay, number
around.
5 is Wawa Dayton. So
Oh
you're
yeah,
right about
okay.
that. 6 is Speedway, represent. 7 is Mobile. This is not one that's just everywhere. 8 is Circle K,
Oh yeah, okay.
Pretty
which like
solid.
pretty
Circle
solid.
Ks are pretty nice.
Yeah. 9 is Golf. Never heard of Golf.
DULF.
And then, yep.
Have
And then
been
10 is
there.
Sam's Club, which I feel like again is kind of the Costco effect.
Yeah.
They also listed America's most hated gas stations. If we would like to go through that.
Yeah,
real
yeah.
quickly.
Do we
Yes,
have to?
please.
Just run it, list them.
All right. Do you want to go from like bottom, like least
Worst,
hated to
worst.
most hated?
No, worst hated.
Okay, the worst hated gas station. Is Exxon. But the thing is hilarious because it's like Exxon Mobil, but whatever. Exxon's the worst. Then Texaco, Valero, Phillips 66, Sheetz, Sunoco. Sunoco's do suck. Citgo, Casey's, which I want to get back to,
Interesting.
Pilot, and Mapco.
Yeah,
Not
I
a
don't know.
crazy
Those,
list.
Is Pilot a truck stop too?
yeah,
I think so.
yeah, it is.
That sounds right. Okay, so let's talk about Casey's really quick. Because last week, Dayton, you mentioned we were going to do this kind of topic.
Mhm.
And we were talking after the podcast, after we streamed. And just so that Alyssa is like anti-Casey's. Or she said anti-Casey's, like it's kind of scary and sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
Which I also had a weird experience with Casey's when I was a kid. So, as you guys may remember, when I was a kid, I played a lot of Pokemon, the card game. And I went to tournaments and shit. There was one time, I don't remember where the fuck we were, but I was driving with like my dad and like some other of our Pokemon friends, mostly like adults that we knew. And we were like driving in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. And we were in like a small town, and it was just like one long road and then like a Casey's at the end. And it was just like creepy. Like it was like quiet. There was no one around. In my memory of it, it's like a tumbleweed, you know, by, which like obviously didn't happen, but like, and I just remember I was like, maybe not like super uncomfortable, but then was like, oh, we need gas, like, we gotta get to the Casey's, and someone's like, if you can make it there, as if like it was like haunted or something bad was gonna happen. And I just remember like seeing the red roof of the Casey's with like the tile looking shit. I'm like, I'm creeped out. I don't want to go in there. And ever since then, I've had a weird vibe with Casey's. I didn't avoid them.
Dude, I kind of like Casey's. I feel like they have really good pizza. Like if you're going for like
I have
food,
heard that. Yeah.
I don't know. One of my first ever work trips, I had to go to bumfuck nowhere, Iowa, and one of my friends had just like gone on the same trip the week before, and he told me to get like breakfast pizza there. Apparently, it was good, and I didn't believe him. It was pretty good. I have no ill will, but I don't have like some scary origin story from.
Yeah. I've also heard the pizza's good, but it's also just like their aesthetic as well. Like I said, like I don't like the BP aesthetic. I don't like the Casey's aesthetic either. Like the colors and like the general store, but it's mostly the roofs. The roofs are very strange, and I don't like it.
You know, like Pizza Hut. Like, does Pizza Hut scare you?
I got other issues with Pizza Hut.
That's valid.
I'm
I don't
talking
like
about
their
the
sauce.
physical.
Yeah, it's
store.
whatever. I don't really care for it.
It's the
It's
same
like the
thing. though.
IHOPs and stuff. Yeah, and I don't really care. You don't need to make your whole building an ad, you know?
Why not?
Okay.
There's a Casey's on the way back from, or I guess on the way too, but usually we stop on the way back from where Alyssa's family goes camping in like southwestern Minnesota. Just like car camping. But both times I've gone on the drive back, we've stopped there and I've absolutely destroyed their toilet. And I felt so bad because that's the only time I've really been in a Casey's.
Dayton, you gotta tell the guys about what's the party store that you always destroy when going to the UP. So we're driving up to Winter Carnival, me, Max, and Dayton, and Dayton's like, oh yeah, we gotta stop here at this party store. I'm like, why? He's like, I always destroy their toilet every time.
Which one? Where is it?
Yeah, what?
It's the one where you're coming up. I think it's like 77 North, and you hit Sini Stretch. It's that. I think it's a BP gas
It
station.
is a
Yeah,
BP.
kitty
Both
corner?
BPs.
But it's like it's It's like it's a really dingy convenience store.
Okay, and that's the thing about it. It's like Dave's like, oh yeah, this is the bathroom I always shit in, which is like to me, I'm like, okay, it must be like a decent bathroom. This is like a horror movie bathroom. Like it is so bad. It smells horrible. Everything's gross and nasty. And it's like, why the fuck of all places would you choose this one?
I've
It's like probably
definitely
the only
destroyed
public
that
restroom in
toilet
like
too.
30 minutes of
Dude,
that area
dude,
too.
it's because what happens is I will usually get like an energy drink or something at St. Agnes, right? I'll be done drinking it about by the time I hit the North Road, wherever that is, 77 I think it is. And then at that point it's like caffeine's like running through me and I'm like, I gotta go. and also I kinda like it because like you walk this is kind of fucked up. You walk in through the door and then if you're not buying anything, you literally have to walk by the attendant like twice, and it's just like this, like usually like two like sweet old people, and like you just like walk to the bathroom, just absolutely lay waste to it, and then you gotta look these people in the eye and just nod at them, and then
you walk out.
Keep going.
That's so masochist. You like want them to recognize you.
It's not great. I was not a fan of the party store.
Dude, and those lemon cookies that I got too. They weren't very good, but I kept on eating them.
A nickel?
They were so cheap, dude. I'm not proud. I'm not proud.
My God. All right, well, Dave, let's transition this into the other part of this that you wanted to discuss.
Yeah, so when Joseph, when you're talking about the whole convenience store aspect, the second part that I want to talk about was how the good gas stations double as a corner store, or like even like a small supermarket in some cases for communities. Like how, at least in my case, like I have a Wesco that's literally just like 2 blocks down the road, and you know they stock like the essentials, and then they also like they sell like beer and wine and liquor and stuff like that. Like, and there's a place like across the river that you could go to, but like in walking distance, that's like the place to go. And I think that the good gas station can fulfill that role where there's like that gap. So like you don't need to drive to a supermarket. You can just hop over there. And I don't know, maybe that's what's muddied my perception of gas stations, because I'm like, gas stations aren't just for getting gas. Gas stations are for getting snacks.
No, yeah, I'm with Dayton on this one. I mean, how many times, how many nights did we walk to Freedom? Yeah, we're mostly getting beer, but sometimes I need like some Doritos. I need a Gatorade. You know, you just need something. You get that fix. You know, and so you're able to walk down a couple blocks and pick it up somewhere, and it's great. And I don't have that here where I currently live, and it sucks. Like there's been a couple of nights where I've just been like since I've been here, I was like, I'm gonna make banana bread. Like I got ripe bananas, I got the stuff. Let's do it. And I start making. I'm like, shit, I don't have eggs, and it's like, am I really gonna drive 10 minutes to the grocery store to get eggs? And it's like, I guess, but like, what I would love to be able to walk 2 blocks to a corner store and pick them up, you know. And that's also is related to our whole conversation we had a few episodes ago about like walkable communities and all that shit in America that's fucked up. But yeah, no, I think a great gas station is also a corner store, convenience store that helps you out when you need a little something extra.
And I also think that's why the gas stations that I hate, they don't fulfill that role. They literally just have like the bare minimum. You know, they got 2 coolers full of drinks, and they got like, you know, two rows of snacks that are too closely spaced together. And
I will say though, Dayton, I don't think it's fair to pass that judgment if it's like a highway gas station, because like that's not the same thing as like a neighborhood gas station or a city gas station.
Yeah,
it's not a highway. People are going in, they're getting gas, they're pissing, and they're out of there.
Okay, but you would think
they don't need to get milk.
Okay, that's fair. But also, if they have that high a throughput, they can make it nicer. It doesn't have to
I'm
be.
just saying they don't need to carry as much of the groceries.
Sure. But what I'm saying is like the shitter ones, like it's not.
It adds character.
It adds character.
That's how you know it's going to be cheaper.
Dude, it's not going to be cheaper.
You're not paying for that markup.
I don't believe that for a second.
There's definitely a increase in like price for like anything at a gas station because you're getting it
Oh
at the
yeah,
convenience fee.
yeah.
I don't know. I guess like I don't. I used to use gas stations that way, especially like, um, even like Joseph and I's old place. Like there was a Holiday like a block away, but my current neighborhood there's a liquor store and a grocery store within walking distance. So I don't have to pay the markup. So I don't. I feel like I don't use them like I did before. Where like before it was like I'll just pay the extra for the eggs so I can walk to it or something like that. But I guess like what I'm saying is like maybe I'm not putting as much value in the store aspect as Dayton is. Unless I'm like actually going on like a long trip and then I'm like, oh, I need snacks, I need energy drinks.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wish we had like bodegas, like New York has, right? Like I don't even need the gas part. I just wish we had corner stores around more. And like I get that's not how the country is set up, and I'm not happy about that. But I don't know. It'd be nice to have like a place you go to every once in a while to say hi to some familiar people and pick up something or hang out a little bit. I don't know. It'd be nice, and we just don't really have that in this country, and it sucks.
Yeah. I've got beef with what's preventing us from having that, but that's a topic for another day. I think that it's interesting though, Gabe, when you talked about how like you have a liquor store and a supermarket and like you don't go to like the gas station anymore for a lot of those things. And like for me, I haven't bought, so I've lived here now for about 6 months at this point, and I have not bought beer anywhere aside from that gas station.
I can't even buy stuff at a gas station if I want.
In Minnesota, you cannot get anything over, is it 4%?
It might be lower than that. It might be like 3.5 or something.
Because you can get press. You can get press at grocery stores, but that's about it.
You mean at gas stations?
Well, and
Any
grocery.
store.
Yeah, I forgot grocery stores have the same restriction. Yeah.
But yeah, anything higher than that, you have to get at a designated liquor store. So, if I could get beer at the Handy Stop around the corner, I'd be checking out the Handy Stop a lot more. I tell you what.
Let's be real. You're visiting the Handy Stop all the time, Joe.
It's convenient. It's right on my way back. I just pop in real quick, get some
Handy Stop,
get some fuel, little Handy Stop, It's
get the job done.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I will say.
Go ahead.
No, you.
I was gonna say I do like in college being able to go just grab beer at the gas station, like that was super nice. And I do really like that convenience. I think a lot of it is just more like for that specifically. Like I just can't do that in Minnesota. But even so, I think because there is a gas station just kind of also in that same cluster of the liquor store and grocery store. I still go to the liquor store just because there's no markup, but I'm in a place where there's space for those things, so.
Right. Yeah, what I was gonna say is like I do have a liquor store within walking distance, which is great. But sometimes like I wish they sold food, which I know like wouldn't make sense that there'd be a very little market for that. But I'm like, well, if you guys also sold like eggs and milk, just in case I need something, in a pinch. But and it also feels good like being able to like walk somewhere and grab something and like support like a local business, Granted, gas stations are kind of complicated with that, but if it's like a franchise.
I mean, the gas station employee in our college town definitely recognized us. Which, because I feel like most of the times I walked in that gas station, I was not sober, and it was like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep this going.
All I'm saying is I walked out of there with a 30 rack more often than with anything else.
Yeah,
that's usually what I was buying.
I didn't stop for gas there very often. It was mostly for beer.
That's great. Any last like beefs you want to get off your chest, Dayton?
Yeah. I will not. I'm the type of person that if my gas light's on and there's only shitter tier gas stations, I'll keep on driving, dude. I'll risk it until I can
just
find
for the snacks though,
just
or
just
like for the gas.
dude. I'm not stopping at a shit tier gas station. Like I don't something about it, dude. It's just it feels morally wrong for me. So I guess that's my last beef. But
You gotta be
Have
true
you-
to yourself, you know.
Have you ever been to a Buc-ee's, Dayton?
no.
Okay. Well, if you ever go
You'd
to
probably
Texas,
hate it.
no, I think you would love it because it's exactly what he likes. It's just all snacks.
So busy though. Like,
yeah,
they're
people
just
like will
always
sleep there
packed.
overnight, but they have some gas stations that are like 100 pump gas stations, and then it's basically like
Jesus Christ.
just snacks and merch in the inside. I'll just send you guys a YouTube video
That's
at the end of
insane.
this. But
That's insane.
if you guys don't know what Buc-ee's is, because if you're from the Midwest or whatever, just look it up. But I have a couple friends who frequent Texas a lot, and they're obsessed with it. Like it's
That's the spot.
it's like a cult following.
Yeah.
But
I just thought of one last beef I want to get off my chest. So, obviously, you're at a gas station. You're with your car, right? And cars have cup holders. And so, if I'm buying a drink, I would like it to fit in said cup holder.
Mhm.
But like, there's been so many times where I just like need some water, like a bottle of water, and all of the bottles in the fridge are just fucking jumbo sized, right? There's like massive fucking bottles, and they don't fucking fit. I'm like, can you just have like normal shit, like normal size things? Like, you know, I'm here to like get it and put it in my cup holder. Like, I don't get it, man.
Jacob, why
I
are
don't
you
get it.
buying non-reusable water bottles?
Uh.
Do you not have a reusable water? Are you trying to kill this planet,
Look, I
Jacob?
feel awkward bringing in my water bottle to a gas station and filling it up at the, you know,
Oh, I do that shit all the
soda
time.
dispenser thing. It feels weird. I've done it a couple times, but
Hmm.
I'm just saying, I just don't understand it. Like, I know some people are living large, have like the jumbo cup holders, or they have like the arms that come out, you know, on it. But most people, it's a standard size.
Mhm.
Get bevs that fit the size, you know.
You're not asking for
You
much.
don't buy those waters.
That's all true. But all right, well, that
Or-
is. Oh, go ahead.
If you've already got the water bottle in your car, just dump it into your water bottle that already
Then
fits
just-
in your
then
cup
hug it.
holder.
That feels extra wasteful. It feels like I'm not even using the bottle at all. I feel
You
like I
already
should
bought
always
it.
use the plastic bottle. But
And that's between you and God, man. You got to figure that out on your own.
Let's go around the horn really fast at the end here. Favorite gas station? I'm gonna say Quick Trip at Holiday is a close second. Dayton,
Right now, Wesco.
Joseph.
Fuck. Handy stop, baby.
And Gub.
Holiday.
There we go. I thought you were gonna say Speedway, but I'll take Holiday.
No, the Speedway by me is not my favorite.
There you go. All right, well, that is our show for this week, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. As I said at the top, we post every other Monday on podcast services, as well as YouTube. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch at ewf_podcast. We stream these live, are recording them, and then on the off weeks, we play some games. So you can come check that out. But yeah, until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.